last night.
Sad day, y'all. It's a sad day. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to mourn the loss of somebody who's been near and dear to us, of somebody who never, ever, when you were in doubt, did not pick up the phone for you. Hallelujah. Ladies and gentlemen, today we want to honor the life and celebrate the life of our good friend TikTok. Hallelujah. TikTok. Now we know that the Lord has a plan for all of us, and that the Lord chooses when and when we will not walk on this earth. Hallelujah. But for today, Heavenly Father has chosen to take back his son TikTok. And TikTok you know, it was always something special about your TikTok. I always felt safer, secure. I always felt loved when you was around. Hallelujah. But today, my lovely, one and only TikTok is no longer with us, y'all. And I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know if I can make it through this. So many memories. So many. But I'll digress. Because if I know the good book, if I know the good book, it says, for they that wait upon the Lord shall what? Shall what? Renew their strength. It says there's a time and place for everything. Hallelujah. A time to love, a time to kill, a time to post, a time to mourn. And ladies and gentlemen, today is a time to mourn. That is a funny concept. If you think about it, time, the measurement of one item to the next. Time, like a clock. Time, like the seconds, minutes that go by in our lives. Time, like to be counted. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Today, we here at the New Blerd Order, in the New Blerd Order Missionary Baptist, African Methodist, Episcopal, Presbyterian, Youth Life, Young Life, Macedonia Missionary Baptist, Wakandan, Vibranium Baptist Church.
You go straight to hell.
Are celebrating what TikTok has given us. So many memories. So I remember, ladies and gentlemen, like it was just yesterday, when little old me was, oops, you're not me. Excuse me. Little old me was on TikTok. Had my first viral video on TikTok. Millions of video, of viewers. Millions tuned in just to say hello, just to say that they agree. When I post a stupid little video like this.
Foot two, damn near 200-pound black man. I want to talk all about geek shit, but people want to talk to me about the NBA, and I don't know shit about the NBA. It is so sad. Fucker came up to me talking sports the other day. Who you got in the Super Bowl this year? I'm like, I don't know, the Avengers this year?
I'm 500,000 views. 500,000. 500,000 views. 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 500,000 v people sent to watch little old me and vibe with me as someone else who's over 6 feet and also just wants to talk about geek stuff. All because of TikTok. All because of TikTok. I even had a viral moment where I simply was acting myself on stage. And TikTok gave us away. Here it is.
This microphone stand is loaded, bro. Hey, listen, Blerd, me and my Wakandan soldier do not want to be the toilet today. Oh, what's up, bro? You're up out of your seat. Oh shit! Hey, there we go. Hey, everybody's coming to the stage, and I don't really know what he's doing right now.
You get the point. So at the end of the day, everybody, just know that TikTok will be with us. Even when she's gone, TikTok will be there. In our hearts, she will carry on. I keep switching agendas, but TikTok never really declared agenda. Because TikTok is bigger than your worldly definitions. We're not the only ones that have to mourn the loss of our dear friend, TikTok Isha. All right. There are others who also have felt pain, the struggle, who have been there from get and are sad today. So why don't we just go ahead and just allow some of us to mourn in the loss of our good friend, TikTok. So many. Oh my God.
Lord, do it for me. Lord, I need you to do it right now. I can't wait till tomorrow.
I get it. It's hard. I get it. It's hard. Steph is not feeling this. It's hard, y'all.
Come on, it's gonna be all right. It's not gonna be all right. It's just too much on my mental. Just leave me alone. Oh no, if I'll be able to go to rehab. My stomach already hurting. I still can't do it. Oh Jesus, take me. It should have been me, Jesus. Do it without me. I feel like a piece of me is gone already.
I know. Just a couple more. We gonna get out of here. I know. I know. Let it out. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay to be you. You didn't know. Facebook, don't you do that. Don't you do that, Facebook. You better not throw no shade. Don't you do it. You don't like that. Don't. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's just so much. I just I just had to make sure we gave at least some respect. Put a little respect on TikTok's name this morning. All right, y'all. I gotta leave the church. I gotta head over to the burial. I'm gonna just let y'all chat for a little bit. Nolly, I know. Nolly, I know. Yesterday. Who didn't like the views? Nolly, who didn't like the views? They was watching. You know, viral so easy. So easy. It don't even take so much. You just post something.
What post to do
And
it
it just goes millions of views. Tell everybody in China. I just.
This is so hard.
Oh,
All right, I'm gonna leave y'all. I'm gonna let y'all just chat for a little bit. I gotta get in the car. I gotta head over to the repast, to the burial. But I wanted. Now that I'm. Ollie, if you don't mind, if you can just make sure everybody's all right, I'm gonna hop in the car and ride over to the burial. And hopefully we don't go too fast because, you know, we got to go in line and slow the traffic, and we're going to run every light, and we're going to stop at Popeyes on the way because I'm hungry.
Only Popeyes.
Popeyes was fine. 3 pieces of biscuits with the strawberry jam. I can't. I got.
This is great. God, that's so bad.
Okay, but like, where else am I gonna watch someone at 2 a.m. teach me useful phrases in their language while also teaching me a recipe at the same time? Where else am I gonna be in everybody else's business? Instagram don't hit like that. Like, it's got some hits, but I'd be like, I saw that on TikTok.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just here to support friends. I really don't know TikTok like that. Like,
You've seen her in passing?
I've seen her in passing, and here's another thing. I have not spoken about this publicly because I'm like, I don't want to target anyone specifically, but I find it so corny when people on their Instagram bio are like 3 million on TikTok. Who cares? Okay, you got 50,000 followers here on Instagram. Cool, be proud, build that platform. Nobody on Instagram cares about your TikTok clout or followers. Like, it's so awkward to me when I see that shit in a bio. Like, really? Am I supposed to care that you have this many followers on TikTok? Go talk about that over there. You're on Instagram right now. Like, understand that you switch lanes.
She said, don't bring that shit here.
I just, like, what am I supposed to do with that? Am I supposed to be impressed? Am I supposed to be more inclined to follow you? Like, clearly the platforms are not exactly the same, so I just don't understand how it's supposed to translate.
I think I appreciate TikTok for being a better platform for Black and other POC creators to build platforms, because algorithms on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram have notoriously like downplayed our content. And so I appreciate that aspect of TikTok. And also, I'm gonna miss being in everybody's business. They talk about everything on there. They tell everybody, and I'd be like, oh, I love mess as long as it's not mine. Where else am I gonna get all the tea?
Well,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, there's still options. I've been getting to know Zhao Hongshu. I've been practicing my Mandarin, also known as Red Note. Listen, the Chinese can have my data. I don't care. Like,
I'm not giving, already have it. What's another person?
I'm not giving y'all my social security number. You get my email address, phone number. Like, okay. And honestly, I do not trust the current. Well, starting tomorrow, will be the current administration, or Monday, whatever. The U.S. government. I don't trust it. Okay, I trust the Chinese government no less than the upcoming administration of the United States government. Possibly more, but definitely not any less. And they for sure have a bunch of my data. So the Chinese might as well have it because they seem like more fun. I know for a fact I don't like Trump. I'm still figuring out how I feel about the CCP.
Well, you know? I just want to first give my condolences to you, Nolly, for your loss. With TikTok. But I in my belief system, nothing ever dies. It only changes.
You're right.
So don't be surprised if next week you see the new platform called Watch the Clock, which will probably take the place of of said loss in TikTok. So everybody keep their eyes out on the lookout. Keep watch the clock. When it drops, make sure you sign.
I already downloaded TikTok's other app, Lemonade.
Hey, that's right. Nothing's gone forever. Nothing's gone forever.
Y'all,
I did see that Mr. Beast, some white guy who does weird giveaway money challenges and like trying to games. He's been talking about buying it, so it can get real white, real fast.
That man don't need not another goddamn platform with all the fuck shit he be doing.
Yep.
I love Beast games, but anyway, I just wanted to chime back in. I'm gonna make this quick because it's cold out here at the burial. I got here first, so I'm still waiting on everybody to pull up. I think I probably shouldn't have been going so fast. When we sitting there driving all in single file line, but I was hungry and I wanted to hurry up and get this thing out the way. So just want to holler at y'all real quick. First of all, I just want to come on here and brag about my 300 million TikTok followers for everybody on Instagram. Because that's where it's really at. I'm gonna put it in my profile description too, like 3 million on TikTok. It's serious.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. All right, just to kind of all right, well, I guess the bit's up, man. I guess should we start the show? All right, man. Hey, just so I know you tuned into the new Blerd Order. Let's go ahead and get a new intro. Holla at you. All right, so I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but TikTok is no longer a thing because it's dead. TikTok just died this morning. She's dead. She dead. And I ain't gonna lie, I've been absent from TikTok for like a year, but I did have some really good. Almost not all of it. My Facebook following was self-made, but my Instagram following is residual from TikTok. I can tell you that right now. Like I hit down there 100K followers on TikTok based on a couple of videos going viral, and that was my first real experience with going viral. But Steph, I know you've gone viral a couple of times. Like it's a weird thing. We've all gone viral on New Blerd Order, thanks to some help of some of my friends and just us being consistent. And to wake up every morning and to see more notifications, get more comments, and to see them just constantly like it messed me up. And then to learn that they was real people, like the stuff I was seeing in the comment section was so refreshing for me. You know what I'm saying? If I could just keep it 100, I was like, yo. They agree with me. They listen. I mean, they feel the same way I do. Hold on, I gotta format this little differences and this. They feel the same way I do about certain stuff, man. And it's like it was crazy because I would never have known these people existed. So one of my videos, as I showed y'all before, was with me talking about how I talk about just nerd shit. And if it wasn't for TikTok, I would not have known that there was a platform for that. So some of New Blerd Order came out of this very video, because when I posted this, I got hella love. And the comment section just made me feel so welcome. Look, I played this earlier, so you saw it, and I just said, basically, I'm a 6'2", damn near 200-pound black man. I want to talk about geek shit, but people want to talk to me about the NBA, which is true. But when I look at the comments, this is what TikTok made me feel. As a fellow 6'2", 195-pound black man who doesn't even know who's in the Super Bowl tomorrow, I feel you. I'm a 6'4", 300-pound redneck. I want to talk about the new animated releases. Yo, I pay $100 to see more about this guy. Oh, hey, what's up? You can do that. You play D&D? Look at all of these folks who came together. Yo, I'm 6'7", 230, and people ask me if I play basketball all the time. My favorite things are Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. I feel you. Like this whole comment section was full of people that felt me. I felt seen for one of the first times in my life, and that I can only imagine that that's what the TikTokers, the young TikTokers, the ones that get the movies out with the dances and all of that, that's how they feel seen. TikTok make them feel seen. They're not worried about the fact that Xi Jinping is pushing propaganda up there on their timeline on a daily basis, whether that's happening or not. They're not worried about whether that they're material, their personal information is being shared to the Chinese government or whatever. All they know is, look, I feel seen. You know, that's a hard thing to come about. And for us, all of us on this panel got kids. All right. And we all know the plight of an unseen child. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to cape for TikTok. All I'm saying is I get it. And I think me and Nolly probably are the only ones on the panel that get it. that's why. That's just how I feel. So any final words for TikTok?
We'll see you again.
I'm so glad I downloaded all my recipes.
So Ty, your thing is we're just gonna see another version of TikTok. That's your thing.
It's not even it's absolute. That is an absolute yes. There's a space right now. Every creator, every platform designer is if they have not already, which I think they probably already have it already ready to go and ready to drop. They just haven't dropped it yet. But I could imagine it'll probably happen in the next week or two.
Wow.
Everybody's going to Red Note. Everybody already is going to Red Note, which is described as a mix between Instagram and Pinterest. It's the Chinese version of I guess TikTok also is Chinese, but it is a similar social media and video posting app. Hashtag TikTok refugee is a whole thing. Like all the big TikTok creators are going to Red Note. Although I have feelings first of all about the phraseology of TikTok refugee, because we're not fleeing persecution, okay? Like, I don't like when people take powerful words and water them down because it removes some of the power when that word actually means something. Also, it's giving colonization a little bit. Like I saw a Red Note, I guess reel, I don't know what they're called, but a video of a white woman like, sorry, but we're coming to colonize the Red Note app. And I was like, the fuck? That's not a cute note. That is gross. So like all these white people suddenly flooding Red Note it is giving colonization a little bit. And I hope that the native posters continue to really have control, and don't let this turn into what Americans typically do when they flood a space en masse.
And what, Stephanie? I don't typically like to call people dumb, but when you do the same shit over and expect a different outcome, that's insane. Maybe a little bit ignorant, dumb, whatever you want to call it. But why would you go to another Chinese app knowing that the whole reason that this one probably got big was because it was a Chinese app? So
to give the finger to the U.S. government. Yes. That's why. To let them know, y'all have a problem with China secretly getting my data? I'm going to give it to them on purpose, just to say, fuck y'all. They'll probably shut it down too, but...
that's my point. That's kind of my point. So I'm looking at whether it be an American creator or even Canadian or British or whatever the creator of this platform will be. I feel like it's going to be a platform that is sustainable, you know what I mean, in some way, shape, or form, outside of TikTok and would you say Red No and everything like that. I just think that with the current administration, anything Chinese is not going to be acceptable in the near future. It's just what I think.
Well, I don't know how that's gonna work. I mean, I don't know. I mean, bro, literally all of our phones are made in like China. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, it's not the whole notion that the government is going to be overthrown by young TikTokers learning to dance on an app. I don't know. It's just a little weird, but I do get it, because the thing that I'm not to harp on this, but the one thing that I think is prevalent that I didn't really think about it, and at first I was like, whatever, that's not a thing, until I kind of saw it, is that they can push propaganda if they really wanted to. They can make it go viral if they really wanted to. So I understand why TikTok is under pressure by the United States. I just don't know whether or not the other apps, TikTok's Thread and all the other mentioned, don't have that same impact. I think it's just their ability to regulate it. But I don't want to get too tech on it. All I know is that
That's a whole other conversation. That's a whole conversation.
Like you got.
Listen, at this point, I am willing to let China know anything about me that the Trump administration knows about me. I'll sign up on a mailing list if they shut this latest thing down. Whatever. If Trump knows it, y'all can have it too. Because I trust them no less than I trust Trump.
Well,
so
oddly enough, Trump is in TikTok's camp. Trump is looking to keep TikTok because I think one of his rich friends is lobbying to do so. But again, we're slipping into the political realm, so I don't want to go there too far. But I did want to at least give us one last opportunity for anybody who may still be feeling like really sad about TikTok. I want to just give you a moment to have a moment of silence at bare minimum while we mourn the loss of TikTok. Then we're going to move on to some other stuff. So if anybody got any moments of silence, if it's cool right now, let's just for a second, just go ahead and just give a quiet moment of silence. All right, everybody quiet. Never mind the fact that I could only download like 28 megabytes, so I can't have the song of taps go too long. So it's got to repeat the first part of it over and over. So my bad about that. But TikTok, you'll be loved. I wanted to get into it this morning to the point where, and you know, and when the Lord comes, he gonna take Jesus and TikTok is gonna pick up at your feet, and you gonna see him again. You gonna see him again. Just look on his shoulder. I was raised in the church, so I can do that. All righty, moving right along. Yes, what's up, Steph?
Oh, last thing I just wanted to say was that I love Lisa's comment because I too get my TikTok content on Instagram like a proper adult.
Lisa pulling up in the Cobra Clutch. Shout out to Lisa. Let's see what the comment section talk about. What's good, Lisa? What's good, Linda, Grace, Sergio, Naris, Antoine, Unknown. What's happening, y'all? It's good to see you. Got the Chica. You've been on fuego lately. Appreciate you pulling on up. We got Ant is here. He's here. He's just not with us. He's like here, but he's not present. So
indisposed.
Yeah, he's indisposed. You know, he got some things going on right now that we can't really talk about. You know what I'm saying? So we'll go ahead and let him finish on that. Yes, TikTok. Yeah. But yeah, all of that was kind of crazy. So I digress. We'll leave that alone. Let's go ahead and move on to something a little less. I guess the word is morbid. So how about something a little lighter, if it's okay with you guys? So if you will entertain me for right now, there was recently, and Steph, I'm glad you're here for this. There's recently a video uncovered that kind of gave us a little bit of background. Well, I don't want to say uncovered. I mean, I don't even know if this is new or not, but this kind of gave us a little bit of background. Something that happened with our boy T'Challa before he passed. And I thought that this was worth a watch. So if y'all would entertain me real quick, let's just go ahead and give this a quick watch and let me get your comments on the other end, okay?
A video of Chadwick, Letitia, and my little brother Keenan playing basketball with the kids that we cast. I actually didn't think much of it when I shot it, but after Chad passed away, I was going back through stuff and I found this video. Oh wow. Can you share the most memorable behind the scenes photo you've taken on your phone?
Wow. Let me think about it. Why don't you go first?
So the last scene we did in Panther, we wrote a new scene for when T'Challa and Shuri go back to, spoiler alert, where their father killed their uncle. And we shot a new basketball game with new kids and T'Challa and Shuri kind of walk up. I got a video of Chadwick, Letitia, and my little brother Keenan playing basketball with the kids that we cast. And you kind of get a feel for how humble Chad was. And Chad could play, man. So he was just knocking down these jumpers quietly, you know what I mean? And the kids was getting rebounds for him. And these kids are young, man. It's this kid Alex who like broke out in Moonlight, but it's also these other kids that are identical twins who grew up and played in Euphoria, and like Tish is running around talking crazy. But no, this is probably the most memorable thing I ever got BTS. It just a reminder of how, like, you know, just how youthful he is, and also like our capacity to take things for granted. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
But yeah, that's my most memorable one.
Who are you?
Thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, outside of what we already thought about Chadwick, I mean,
well, I have my first thought is, damn, Ryan Coogler is so LA. He's so Cali. I love hearing every one of his interviews. Like, he sounds like a young Ice Cube a little bit, but not as mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I remember, you know what I'm saying? Me and Ryan, you know, he was out there. You know what I mean? But he's so authentic. That's the first thing I noticed. Second thing, he stays in shape. Third thing, I don't know if you peeped, but he said that almost all of the kids in this little scene ended up going places, which is huge. You know what I'm saying? One of the little kids, I think, was in Moonlight, was one of the stars of Moonlight. You know what I mean? So you never know who's who. But the biggest thing I took away from this, not to tack on to what we was talking about, but just why I put this in this order, is the last thing he said was not to take things for granted. You know, they didn't know when they were shooting this that this was going to be their last time shooting with Chadwick Boseman. They didn't know that they wasn't going to get no more Black Panther movies out of Chadwick when this was shot. He was just shooting this because, hey, this is just some B-roll stuff. I'm just going to shoot real quick. And now look at it. As he's sitting there talking about it, he's reflecting on how this is probably one of the most memorable moments. It's such a simple, just a bunch of kids shooting hoops on a side street somewhere shooting, man. And that just shows, like, you don't know when you on your deathbed, when you in your final moments, what memories are going to come to the forefront. You don't know which ones they are. They might be good, might be bad. But this is one that's frozen in time. Steph, any words?
I thought it was beautiful. You know, huge fan of Chadwick Boseman's work, huge fan of Ryan Coogler's work. I don't know if we want to dive into it or just put a pin in it, but there's been a lot of talk resurging online again about should they recast T'Challa, and I have complicated feelings about that. But I'm glad he shared the clip. It was beautiful to watch.
What are your complicated feelings?
You know, if you'd asked me a year ago, I was completely dead set against it. At this point in time, I feel open to it, but as long as it's acknowledged, like, let's not do replace Terrence Howard with Don Cheadle, Aunt Viv switch and pretend it's the same person, because it's clearly not. You know, we acknowledge that T'Challa passed away. So if there is, you know, in the vein of how Shuri received the mantle, an actual ceremonial, and now this person is stepping into the suit and stepping into the role, but is not T'Challa, but is now the Black Panther, I think I could be open to that if it were the right person. John Boyega is my top choice.
Oh, John Boyega. I like John Boyega. Does John Boyega have T'Challa energy? John Boyega feels to me more like a villain.
Nah, he has it.
No?
He has it 100%. I mean, if you saw Woman King, he 100%, he 100% has it. But that, like, I'm of the same mindset now of Stephanie, because you remember how against the whole recast I was, but I think enough time has passed. But I also think that the route that they've got set up, where you have the young son of T'Challa, which you can now literally go from him being a young man into learning how to be the Black Panther and everything like that through Shuri. I think you can go that route and literally, just, at some point later on have him have a son that he names T'Challa. There's many ways to go about this to kind of bring T'Challa's version of the Black Panther back into the storyline. I don't necessarily think you need a grown man at this point. And that's why I was like, as much as I think John Boyega could pull it off, I don't think it's necessary for us to have a grown man at this point in that version. I think that if you are to do the full, if you want to go and do the full storyline of T'Challa, you can make it make sense. And come from a younger version and do the younger version and do everything like that. So I'm also of the notion that you can at this point possibly recast him and find a way to make it make sense.
What about the thought? Because I've been hearing this from some folks lately. Looks like we lost Nolly for a second. What about the thought that perhaps your boy Aldous Hodge could potentially, he's in the news right now for voicing his desire to play the following program is rated TV MALSV. Can you leave me alone, please? Thank you. Yes. His desire to play it. I'm trying to find the article right now, but it's definitely in the news. And I'm just wondering what you guys' feelings are on this. Are we feeling Aldous Hodge as a potential Black Panther? Yay or nay?
Nay.
Nay?
Absolutely.
Come on, Steph.
I see it. I think he's got the energy. Yeah, I see it. I would put him in my box of options.
Would you put him at the top of that list?
John Boyega's at the top.
John Boyega's the top. John Boyega's your number one, huh? Okay. What about because he's only DC right now. What about Aaron Pierre? That's Mufasa. Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa.
Absolutely not. Absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely not. Put him in somewhere, but the child, no. For a multitude of reasons. That he's I'm sorry, he's too light skinned. He has green eyes. He's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but he's not T'Challa. And just I think it'd be distracting. I would
distracting. That's the problem. He's too fine. I can't have my T'Challa too fine. He gotta look realistic. Come on now. All right, I ain't tripping. All right, so no Aldous Hodge. Okay, what about a continuation? Black Panther that's not T'Challa, but T'Challa adjacent. All right, we get a new T'Challa, but time shifted so that maybe young T'Challa Toussaint is now the real T'Challa. And we get to just bask in his magnificence without him ever taking place of the original T'Challa, son of T'Chaka.
I mean, I'm with that. I mean, I said that I wasn't necessarily going with the Toussaint aspect of it because we know exactly who Toussaint is. So, but if you can make it make sense, in any way, shape, or form, we still are in the multiverse. So if they can make it sense and go, I am of the notion and of the I feel like going young would be the route to go. If you're going to do it, go young. And that's why, as many actors as I think could play T'Challa at this point, I think if you go younger, then it's a little bit better of a transition. I mean, you know the type of pressure you're putting on any actor who decides to follow T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman's version of T'Challa. That pressure is insurmountable. You have to be great beyond great. He was greatness personified. Yeah. Now you have to be great beyond great, and that's asking a lot of, especially Aldous Hodge. As much as I like Aldous Hodge now, based on what I saw in Alex Cross.
Alex Cross.
I don't think he is. I don't think he is a Black Panther. I would have liked to see Yahya before they made him Wonder Man. Yahya, I think, would have embodied the Black Panther a lot better than Aldous Hodge would have. And I just see that from his roles, playing Mantis, also playing Watchmen,
Candyman.
Dr. Manhattan. No,
Dr.
Dr.
Manhattan.
Manhattan from Watchmen.
Well,
So
I mean,
what?
That was a limited role, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't really act too much as Dr. Manhattan.
You're not getting what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
I
he
hear what
has
you're saying.
experience.
The magnitude of his roles.
Yes, he has experience. Aldis did Hawkman and Black Adam, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, but I just nah, man, you know.
Oh shoot, I don't know why that keeps happening. All right, well, you Nadi, welcome back. I see you've had a chance to change. Remember we were at the church, we want to get home so bad. Am I the only one that used to want to get home and get out of them clothes so bad? Falling asleep all during church. Mama be like, okay, as soon as you get home, you're going right to sleep. But as soon as you get home, you cannot go to sleep, bro. All right, sorry, just having bad flashbacks. Your thoughts, Nadi, before we move forward on whether or not Aldis Hodge would make a proper fit for Black Panther. Love it.
Maybe it's that the bar is really high, and I agree. I think we are better off with someone younger, because we could do a time jump, and his son could be the next one to take up the mantle, and Shuri do something else with herself. But the bar is high, and I'm for recasting for Black Panther in the MCU. It needs to be the right fit.
And you don't think that Aldis is the right fit?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like if we gave him a chance, he could. But I don't know that everyone would be satisfied with it. I don't know if he rise up to the occasion. These are big boots to fill.
Yeah. My next question is, whether they're on your list or not, who, if anybody, and you know how I feel. I don't always think that we have to choose from a list of well-known characters. I think it's very possible that our new Black Panther may not be even of note as of this moment. You know what I'm saying? Because let's keep it real. Chadwick we loved him, but he was really like a black, kind of like a black. I don't want to call him a black actor because obviously he's black and he's an actor. But I mean, he was doing roles like Jackie Robinson, James Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know he did some of the, even the movie that he did was based in Africa. Like, he was, in my opinion, like the quintessential black actor, the next upcoming rising Denzel-esque type of actor. I don't know if he had that same notoriety in white people's households before Black Panther. I don't know if he was as notoriety. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like Black Panther pushed him over the top when it came to notoriety. So I'm saying, like, right now, that very well could be another actor who's at that cusp, who doesn't have to be of Chadwick's he doesn't have to be so good. They just have to be like good enough that they can handle it. You know what I'm saying? And that when we do push them to that mountaintop, they don't do nothing stupid like hit their girlfriend or slap people at a karaoke bar in Miami, in Hawaii, and just hold on to the T'Challa legacy, even as a regular actor. I feel like that's what we want. Does anybody that we can think of right now meet that? John Boyega, I think, is on that list. I think I can qualify him for that. I think we could say, I still like, I still don't know his name. Who?
First of all, based off what you said, we can't qualify John Boyega as that because John Boyega is a household name. Like, people know who John Boyega is. Like, it's not like he's not like what you were describing with Chadwick Boseman, where all of his roles, this dude was in Star Wars. So, like, there's no, like, everybody knows who John Boyega is, which is why I think if you look at it from the terms of, I'll compare it to college and NFL, the college and NFL. In college football or college NBA or NBA, whatever, college sports, you are driven by the idea of, I want to make it to the next level. I want to play at the most elite level, so I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I get to that next level. Once you get to the NFL, the NBA, you made it. So now you comfortable. You ain't ready to put forth all of that effort that you did to get there. And I think if you think of it like that and you go from that term, you find some up and coming actor who hasn't done much of anything, but has that hunger and that desire to be great. If you find that individual, that's the one that you go and you put for a part like this. But again, you start young. If you put anybody who's already of the age to play the actor, play Black Panther right now, you might not get that regal. What is it? That regal nature, the class, the presence that Chadwick Boseman was able to give you as the Black Panther, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a king to play a king. That's what you're looking for.
I think John Boyega might be the exception, though. I think Steph might be onto something. He might be the exception. He might be one of the few people that has notoriety. He's shown his talents, and he can still handle the. But
melanated. I mean, we going back to melanin now. John Boyega is not dark enough to be the Black Panther.
What?
What do you mean what? Why did I? What do you mean what?
He's well brown.
I mean, what are we talking well brown? Because we're doing now. All right. So when you think of Storm, you want a melanated woman, but you also want a darker version of the character. The same thing goes for Black Panther. You want a darker version of the character. You can say he's brown, which he is, but if you put him right next to Chadwick Boseman's tone, his tone is darker than that of John Boyega. John Boyega would not be the same version that you're looking for in his form. I'm just being honest. I'm being perfectly honest. I love John Boyega as an actor. Don't get me wrong, but we're talking about melanin. You just put up a picture of Aldous Hodge. If you put Aldous Hodge next to John Boyega, there's a clear difference in the tone of their skin tone. I mean, there's a clear difference. I mean, you're laughing, but it's a clear difference.
I don't think that this is a race to out dark the next actor. I think let's get. I know that's not what you're saying, but go ahead, Steph. What you got?
I feel like we're getting into the weeds. Like this man is he's well chocolate. I think there are certainly shades, but there's like Aaron Pierre is in a category, and then Chadwick and John are in a category that is different from that. I think that cutting the line of like incrementally, I think it's to be too much, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree. I don't necessarily agree because with the argument that we have about Storm all the time is the complexion of her skin. It shouldn't be any different with Black Panther.
I think the argument isn't that we want the argument is that we can't have a light-skinned, light-washed Storm. And there is a degree of what you're saying that is true. I do agree with you that we have to be cognizant of the complexion. All right. But what I don't want to do is do the coffee light to dark test and make sure that whoever it is that plays T'Challa has to be dark roast. You know what I'm saying? As long as they're not light roast, you know what I'm saying? As long as they're not like medium light roast, heavy on the soy milk, as long as it's majority coffee and not majority cream, I think we're fine. I don't think that folks want, it doesn't have to be Wesley Snipes or Idris Damon, old boy from Snowfall, just for them to qualify. They just can't be Alicia Keys. They can't be Aaron Pierre. They just have to be solid, monoracially Black, and at bare minimum, have respect for the culture of Black people. They can't be some shuck and jive coon, this, that, the third, and I'm just going to get the role, even though I'm going to talk all this stuff about Black people like certain wicked witches did. You know what I'm saying? So I hear what you're saying, Ty, but I don't think we're going to be like, all right, Aldous. Hey, so hold on, all right.
I will add, Storm has yet to be portrayed on screen by someone with a Black mother. Let that sink in.
Ooh.
Storm has only been portrayed by women whose mothers were white. Okay, let me just get an actor and actress with 2 black parents. I like what Renzelis Brown said in the comments. Unambiguously black. That'd be a good T-shirt. Clock it. Yes,
I love that. You know what? That might be a good shirt. I mean, it might start some turmoil within the community, but I agree, Steph. Like the fact that ooh, damn. All right, you know what? I don't want to start between us, but the fact of the matter is, I never thought about that. Storm, now Allison, she did her voice, and you know she's black. She's from Barbados. Respect.
That's animated.
But just animated, right? That's a voice. What Storm, what Steph just said is 100% true. On screen, in terms of movies and shows, which I don't think there's been a show, but we've only seen Storm depicted by folks with one white parent, at least, and
white mothers.
It's specifically mothers. Okay, I don't even want to. Okay, well.
Oh yeah, right. both their mamas is white, and you know that tends to be for a young woman the person that you emulate.
Well, Hallie had a whole thing. I ain't gonna sit, but at the end of the day, what you're saying is 100% true. We would like the same type of representation that Chadwick originally represented, and that's what made him such a perfect casting. There's literally nothing other than the fact that he wasn't from the continent of Africa originally on his birth certificate, which we know as black people, we all are anyway, that he was just the perfect casting. So I think that's cool, man. I'm glad that we're all in agreement, and it was nice to have this moment again for us to kind of share. I thought that was really dope, man. So let's just go ahead and keep this thing moving in the spirit of, I think that's fascinating though. Ty is I like that he's caping forward to make sure we do keep the right shade of skin. And I know we only got y'all for a few more, so let me get y'all, since we are in the realm of movies starring black actors and black movies. I just wonder, like, for y'all, do y'all have a yearning for traditional black movies? Remember movies like Friday? You know what I'm saying? New Jersey Drive, Mo Money. You know what I'm saying? Are those movies gone? Do we have those kind of movies no more? I don't even know. Well,
they clone Tyrone.
They clone Tyrone. Well, that's a new twist on it, right? It's got that kind of that exploitation, but it's got a twist on it because it's sci-fi a little bit. But I think we may be in the presence of one of our very first films of this sort as Black Girl Magic, one of them days, starring Keke Palmer and SZA, debuts at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Have any of us had an opportunity to check this out? I haven't yet, but any feelings on it? Just go ahead, just shout it out. Nah, Steph looks unimpressed. Nolly looks uninterested, and Ty's doing something else.
It literally just came out yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but I'm saying, like, what about your level of interest for the project? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all,
Palmer's funny as fuck. Like, I would be seated and sat for that. SZA, I didn't know she acted, but I'm hearing good things, and Issa Rae, I think, produced it. So sign me up.
Yeah,
she funny as fuck too.
Steph. Uh-oh.
You put me on the spot.
Oh yes, the spot is yours.
I love to see Black people thriving, and there are a lot of people I admire involved in the project. Based on the concept and trailer, I was not fully engaged in the way I would hope to be by a project like this, but I also haven't seen it, so I can't judge it. I support it. I hope it makes $1 billion. I'll probably see it at some point.
Oh, I mean, what's your problem with it, Steph? What you seem to have some apprehensions. Like, what's really going on?
It's not a problem.
Let before you speak, let me just qualify something real quick. Steph, have you seen Friday?
Parts of it, and I didn't love it. I didn't. That probably is why I'm not a fan of Friday, to be perfectly honest. I just feel like the Black experience is so incredibly multifaceted, and I just see certain perspectives really getting highlighted in the media over and over. And I love seeing a variety of representation of how Black people can show up. So I get particularly excited by things like The Best Man, which I feel like are a closer representation of the Black experience of me and my community.
So what I'm hearing, Nolly, is that Steph has no hood ties. so yes. Watching Friday is completely foreign to her because she grew up with the whites. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And when she watches Friday, it doesn't give her anything to relate to. Yes. She relates more to The Best Man because these are established, well-to-do, college graduated, intellectual Black folks that look more like what Stephanie would have if she could make a movie about her life.
And I felt that way about Insecure also. I related very hard to Insecure and the characters and their lives on that show. So I think it's going to be fabulous. Like I said, I hope it makes $1 billion. I just didn't watch it and be like, ooh, that's me and my friends. I was like, okay, looks cool. I don't know these people, but I hope it does super well.
What kind of high school did you go to? Was it a PWI?
Of course. You hear the way I speak. Yes.
Oh, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. I grew up in a predominantly Black area and I still spoke proper. I had to learn to speak less proper as I was growing up. When in my family in St. Louis, they referred to me and my younger sister, who's now Dr. Charla. Shout out to her. She's in Pasadena, evacuated because the fire came 1 block from her house, and her and the family are okay. Shout out to my sister, Dr. Charla Taylor Emel, and her husband, Shakir, for being out there on the front lines, taking care of people that are coming into the hospital because they're both medical doctors, and Shaq works in the ER. So I know I'm with you. I got the Cosby family too. But in high school, it was mixed for me. I went to a high school called Lyman. Lisa and I went to the same high school. It was pretty mixed, predominantly white, but I think it was about 40 white, 30 Latin and Spanish, Latin and Black. And for that, I grew up in an area, but until I came to Florida, I was in privilege. I came to Florida and we moved into Winter Springs, where I didn't have to worry about not helping pregnant women asking for help because they might stab you like we did in St. Louis. So I grew up with the Friday type of setting, but then it was ripped away from me when I moved out to Central Florida. So I guess I have some of that, but you don't think it's funny? Like, it can't just be funny. Like, it's all right. Let's do this. Let's do this before, because I know Steph has to go soon. It's fine. I'm not trying to criticize you. I hope you don't take it for that. It's fascinating that you're one of the first Black people that I've been in contact with that has an adverse.
It's not adverse, and that's the thing. I don't like to talk about it because, for one, these are people I would love to work with in the future, and for two, it's like no shade. I don't want to discourage anyone from. I think everybody should see it. In fact, I'll probably see it. I will likely buy a ticket whether or not I go see it. I was so excited about the names of the people involved, and I wanted to watch the trailer and be like, "Oh, it's me and my friends," and I was just like, "Oh, okay." It's Black ladies doing stuff, and I support that, but I didn't feel the personal connection that I desired to, and that's okay, because everything's not made for me. And I'm sure that there were lots of people who did see it and say, this is me, this is us. That just wasn't my experience this time.
Okay, well, now I'm not as fascinated with your interest in the movie as much as I am as fascinated in your interest in your taste in movies. Can I just go down a list of some movies and you just tell me whether or not you've seen these movies or not? And sure. Comment section, if you could assist me. I think we've done this before, but I just want to revisit because it may have been a few years. But just help me out, comment section. I see you, Antoine Renzelis, Minnie, everybody. Just kind of help me. Have you seen, Steph, New Jersey Drive?
I don't know what that is.
All right. Have you seen Boys in the Hood?
What'd you say?
Boys in the Hood?
No, but I know that Ricky gets shot and it's dramatic.
Oh shit!
Have you seen Juice?
No, but I think, is Tupac in it?
Yes, Tupac is. Okay. Yes,
I know things about these films, just haven't watched them. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Okay. Have you seen Mo Money with Damon Wayans?
No,
It's a love
absolutely
story.
not. Absolutely not.
All right. Have you seen? All right. Here's something that I know you've seen. Waiting to Exhale.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Has Stella got her groove back?
Yep.
What about?
I have seen Love Jones and Boomerang. I'm in the comments. Blank Man, definitely no.
Shot us. No shot. Okay. All right.
Poetic Justice, yes.
New Jack City.
Nope.
Wow. Okay. Love and Basketball.
Yes.
Set it
I'm
off.
up on the rom-coms. Yes.
Set it off. 3 Strikes.
What? No.
Okay. You worry about it. That wasn't even that popular. That was just a test. I'm just throw that out there. All About the Benjamins. That's not even that. Lady Sings the Blues.
No, I haven't seen that one, but I would watch that.
Do the Right Thing.
Yes. Classic.
Mo Better Blues.
No, but Denzel's in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I will probably at some point.
Okay. What am I missing? I'm gonna get you, sucker.
No, absolutely not.
Life.
Pieces of it.
The Wood.
Yeah. Yes. Like rom-coms, community, friendship films. Like, yeah, I'm up on those. Like, if it's set in the suburbs, I've probably watched it.
Oh, let's keep it going. Okay, so all right. Jumping Jack Flash. Oh my God. Rizzy. All right. Brown Sugar.
Of course.
Come on, that's not a black movie. That's Ted Danson. Come on now, calm down. What about Brown? Oh, you said Brown Sugar. Okay, my bad. The Temptations.
Okay, no, and that one's been on my list for a long time because there's so many references. But I've seen enough pieces to understand the references. I know that nobody is coming to see Otis, etc. But I do need to actually watch the
film. The 5 Heartbeats.
No.
Belly?
Not Belly. I have seen because my best friend forced me to watch it in like the 8th grade or something, and I was like, "What is this and why?"
Come on, man! Steady. Are you ready?
I don't remember anything except being horrified. I was like, "What? Why?
What?" I know. Now, listen. I will apologize for T-Boz acting. Come on, sincere. I mean, what the fuck? I get that, but Belly is a hood classic. Hype Williams, who was a video director, decided to go into movies and pick hip-hop artists to star in them, although they had no acting credentials. And I gotta say, on the list of actors that are terrible, T-Boz is at the top of that. I hate to say it. I love you, T-Boz. But man, that was like the worst acting I ever seen in my life. And Nas was a close second, and that's my favorite rapper. But Belly got to go down in history as maybe the best and dopest open scene ever. Like that beginning scene with the dark, with the eyes, with them coming into the club, shooting it up, getting away with the money, man. I don't give a fuck what you say, bro. That shit got to get an award. We need to have hood awards. Like that should be at a BET award. Let's go ahead and keep this going. What about The Wiz?
Yes.
Whew. I was going to put you off screen if you.
I think that we understand the trend here. If it's a rom-com and or set in the suburbs.
Nah, I'm not getting. You're not getting off like that. I know you got to go, but nah. Harlem Nights.
I've probably seen it. No, I'm also like 39, so and wasn't really exposed to Black culture until I got to Howard, pretty much. So if it came out before, what year did I get to Howard? If it came out before 2003, probably I didn't see it unless I made a point of watching it as an adult. So
Attack the Block, John Boyega. All right, y'all just making me laugh.
Oh, yes.
All right. Coming to America. It's almost done, Steph.
Yes, as an adult, I realized that my Black culture knowledge was sorely lacking without having watched that film, and so I saw it like 2 years ago.
Oh, well, that's a love story. So see how you said rom-coms, but you just saw it.
But also rom-coms that came out when I was an adult.
Oh, okay. All right, so Color Purple, we can assume you've seen.
Yes.
The new one.
And that was another one of those, like, just because I'd had to.
Car Wash with Dr. Dre and Snoop.
Never heard of it.
Coolie High.
I know Coolie High Harmony, the Boyz II Men album.
All right, I'm gonna let you off the hook on Coolie High. I ain't seen all of Coolie High either. I've seen bits and pieces, but Beloved.
No, and I don't want to.
I haven't seen Beloved either. I'm gonna let you off the hook on that one. Sparkle. All right. Rosewood.
Nope. Don't know it.
All right. Jump in, Jack Flash. Shut up, man. All right, last one. Have you at least seen Menace to Society?
No. And I probably never will. That is absolutely not a film for me.
Oh man. But don't you feel
Don't Be Menace to Society while drinking your juice in the hood. Is that a remake, or is that the whole title of the film?
Here's the thing. If you watch Don't Be a Menace while drinking. Well, Don't Be a Menace while drinking your juice in the hood of South Central is a spoof of all of the Black movies that were coming out around that time. So if you see that, you might not get all the references that they make.
I wouldn't get any of them. So, but that is what you mean when you say Don't Be a Menace. It is that film, right?
Correct. Yeah. Okay. Don't Be a Menace is not the same as Menace to Society. It's just a play on.
Oh, okay. So I'm conflating the two. I've seen neither, clearly, and I don't know what Menace to Society is about.
All right. I'm gonna need to speak to your new partner, and I'm gonna give him a list of things to put on your Netflix and chill list, so that we can at least get you up to speed. I know this ain't your thing, Steph. I know you. Oh, I grew up in the suburbs. I don't watch that shit. I get it. My wife the same way. But you got to be able to relate. I need these references to make sense. I want you to, when I say get your punk food, hey, when I say run, Ricky, run, I need you to know what I'm talking about. When I say
I know Run, Ricky, Run. Just send me a meme or clip montage of the major points. That's kind of, as an improviser, that's what I do. I study the classics enough to get the references if somebody shouts out the title as a suggestion, and I don't need to watch the whole thing.
Oh man, okay. Well, we'll check back in with you at some point then, and hopefully maybe you'll be at least a little up. These are Steph. I need to be able to say, look like you got the juice now, Grandma, and you know what I'm talking about.
All right. Here's what we'll do, Vince. Here's what we'll do. Because I'm willing to watch 1 or 2 things a week as homework so I can be in the conversation of the show. Because y'all know sometimes I'll be logging on and like I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, I get it.
This week. So here's what we can do. If you want to add a segment, take 10, 15 minutes. If you give me, I'll say it twice a month, give me a classic Black movie homework. I will watch it, even if it's a hate watch, and then we can come and I will give you my suburban reflections on classic Black films.
We just came up with a new segment, yo. Okay, I gotta figure out a name for this segment, but Steph's Black movie reviews, Mystery Steph Theater. I gotta figure out a way to market this right, but I think that we definitely have something going on here. I still feel like
it's Steph's Suburban Reflections.
Steph's Suburban. Oh, okay, Steph's Suburban Reflections. Hey, look, it's your segment. We're gonna do it how you want to do it, man. I'm just happy that we can get you. Oh, okay, Steph is pulling up with it. We're just gonna give Steph the black. Okay, Steph, what was your Steph this week? Steph was able to watch Don't Be a Menace while drinking your juice in the hood of South Central, and she has a take. And then we're gonna go ahead and give you and let you talk on it. Oh my God, I'm excited, yo. Did we get
to go? Comment. My fate is in your hands. I'm gonna leave it up to y'all in the comments to vote on what movie I have to watch first. I feel like comment.
We need to comment section homework. Steph needs to know. So we need you to go to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and comment which film should Suburban Steph review. Word Nerd Suburban Steph is going to review some hood film that she should have been seen, but just was not in the culture because she was.
I'm so scared.
She grew up in Woodcrest with Huey and Riley. All right, so give us your recommendations, and then we're gonna go ahead and do this at least once a month. At least once a month, Stephanie got to give us. Steph got to give us a review. Thanks so much, Steph. I know you hung out a little extra time.
Yes.
I know you got time, so I appreciate everybody. Steph has to go, unfortunately, but we sincerely appreciate you being here as always. Steph, on the way out, love. We sincerely appreciate you. We'll see you on the flip side. Steph is one of my favorite people in the whole entire world, Nolly. And so I'm glad that, even though it's just me and you after the funeral, that we had a chance to kick it with her. I ain't gonna keep you here for the rest of the time, Nolly. I did want to at least go over a couple things with you real quick, since it's just us two, since Anthony didn't ever show up, even though he's in the background.
He's doing his best.
I hope he's okay. I've learned to not jump to conclusions. I want to make sure there's nothing going on in the crib that's causing him any issues. But we were sitting here talking, Nolly, about this movie, and before we start talking about it, why don't we just go ahead and at least give it a gander? Let's look at the preview, huh? Shall we?
Oh, I told you not to fucking park here. Fuck is my car. Not today. Just one of them days. One of them days. Oh, damn. One of them days. Oh, one of them days. Okay, she's straight. She's strong.
One of them days. Now playing exclusively in theaters.
All right, sorry about that. I know it's a little choppy, y'all, but this is basically the trailer. I ain't gonna lie, Nolly. Like, I'm not all let me run out and go see the movie, but for something in my heart is happy that this movie's being made. Not only because it's been a while since we've had like what I would call like a classic black comedy, but also it's been since I think like Baps, since they starred like two black women. And I mean, you could sit here and tell me about Halle Berry being half black and all of that, but I guess I'm just happy to see this type. And let's keep it real. Kiki don't have to do this, does she? Like, this is something that she's doing because she wants to remain embodied in contact with black culture. The same way Yvette Nicole Brown doesn't have to do some of the projects that she does, and we love her. But I'm happy about this movie. You think you're gonna see it or no?
I don't think I'll go to theaters to see it. But I will probably watch it once it comes out. I don't really. I have the type of autism where I don't gravitate towards comedies.
Okay.
Like, I don't sit there and watch a movie and like crack up laughing. I just sit there and I'm like, oh, that's funny.
Okay. Let me ask you this. And this might be a weird question, but do you not crack up laughing because it's not funny, or do you just not because the way your, as you call it, the tism set up, it's just not, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what it is. Like, and even I think the other day in like Facebook, someone was like, oh, what's that Adam Sandler movie?
Happy Gilmore.
With the kid.
Waterboy. Billy Madison.
Big Daddy.
So
I was like, I would love a Big Daddy too. And I was like, I could not sit through an Adam Sandler movie if you paid me.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I love Adam. I mean, Waterboy is one of my favorite movies. Happy Gilmore is completing us. Happy Gilmore is actually getting a sequel. For those of y'all who don't know, there's been rumors about the Happy Gilmore movie being revived for a sequel, and I'm all about it. I'm also huge on Will Ferrell. Ricky Bobby is one of my favorite characters in the whole world. But this is something I'm looking forward to. I see the comment section is saying Keke Palmer is the new queen. I think she's definitely up there. Queen is still B, but that is what it is. The movie trailers is better than the movie. Okay, all right. Antoine, thanks, homeboy. Let me see. Keep on. Okay, I used to like Adam Sandler. Okay. I guess I need to learn a little more. In addition to what we're learning about here, there's also some other movies that are on the slate. I did post this in the group before, and I'm curious about your feelings. I think me and you may have similar feelings about this, but I'm not sure. So this is now being reported that Goonies is reportedly in the works. And no, I just no, we're not on the same page on this either. What's up, Nolly?
I feel like there are some movies you shouldn't touch, like that don't need to be touched. And then if we want to bring up, oh, there's a whole generation that doesn't know about Goonies, then we're failing our children. Because what do you mean that you haven't taken the time to spend with your children and watch Goonies?
But
like my dad made sure we watched everything.
Does that mean it can't be remade though, Nolly? You can't make it again?
I don't think. I think with where we are, one, as a society, to like we don't make films like that anymore, and it's very hard. Girl, if you don't shut your it's very hard for us to give that same kind of energy that Goonies gave in 2025 and beyond. Like, society has evolved so much. There are certain jokes that just won't fly, that shouldn't have flown, that we had before. And it's just it's complicated. And I think Goonies is timeless. Like, why would you touch Goonies? And I'm sure most of the cast would love to come back and have their kids come, and it would be great. But I don't think we don't have that je ne sais quoi when it comes to movies like this anymore.
Really? Okay. Do you think that they should not have remade Little Mermaid?
I think Little Mermaid is a different caliber of movie. Do I think that they should have remade it? No, because I am not for Disney turning every freaking movie into a live action. Like, there are some Disney movies that would slap as live action. There are some Disney movies like The Little Mermaid that have had like 5 fucking animated sequels. We didn't need another live action, but I'm very happy that we got it because they also gave us representation that, you know, little black girls have been buying white mermaid Barbies for forever. Little Mermaid had a TV show and there were like 3 mermaids of color out of like all of them. So like that aspect is great, but the way Disney just does shit to make money, I don't think all of their movies need live actions. Like, if Hercules had a live action, would watch 10 out of 10. I feel like that would be great. Cinderella has had 50-11. We don't need no more. Not a goddamn one.
Not even the Brandy one? Come on, man.
That's it. That's the only one we needed. We've had like 5 since then. Why do we need more? Like, it's just, there's too much money grab and not enough substance. People think if you slap the old name on something, that it's going to give it that same feeling and that people will go to it out of nostalgia. But then when we get there, we're so mad we spent money on something because literally the only nostalgia you gave us was in the name and not with the formula.
Do you feel the same way about this movie right here that Disney just recently released?
Who asked for it?
Ooh. So no love for Mufasa, bro?
I still have not to this day seen the Lion King remake, the live action. I've not seen it. Have I heard the music and listened to the soundtrack? Yes, because I like musicals and things like that. But have I watched the movie? No, because we don't need all of it. We don't need it. We don't need it.
Wow. I'm shocked. I'm not gonna lie.
We are so oversaturated with content that I don't think we need all these things. We don't. We should be more intentful with the things we choose to do. Because on one hand, does it give people jobs? Absolutely, yes. Are a shit ton of them underpaid if they're not main actors? Absolutely, and that part fucking sucks. But aside from giving people jobs, all it is just filling pockets of people who next week, while you're choosing if you're going to buy your insulin or your groceries, they're choosing what size yacht they want and where they're going on vacation next week after working for 3 days. Like, it just...
Isn't that all movies, though? Isn't that every movie?
It is, but it's at some point it becomes like we're just in a constant state of overconsumption. Like, we don't need remakes and sequels for everything. There should be intent and purpose behind projects we put out, and that's why people have fatigue. Like, that's why there's this, I don't fully believe that there's superhero fatigue, but we have so much shit that just comes out rapidly without thought and good content behind it coming out, that's why people are tired of shit, and that's why they label it superhero fatigue. It's not because there's too much shit coming out, because I guarantee you everyone would be sat and love every superhero thing that comes out if the writing didn't come off like they just threw it in Chat GPT because they needed to make something to fill a slot and get some paychecks going.
Wow. Okay, good take. Do you feel that this movie fits in that category, or no?
No, because Wicked has only been a Broadway musical. And statistically speaking, Broadway musicals that come over into movie form do really well. People who love musicals, like, it's a very niche kind of like group. They will always show up and show out for projects like that. So like Wicked absolutely passes the bar. And I was super hesitant when they announced casting because I was like, Ariana Grande is not. Glinda does not sing. She does not. Okay. She does not wear a high ponytail and sing sultry R&B, and I was not ready for it. Have I watched it every single day since it came out on streaming, sometimes 3 times a day? Yes. But that's neither here nor there. We don't gotta talk about that. But musicals do really well. Like, I cannot tell you how many years Rent was like my comfort movie. I love musicals. Musicals do great when you stick to the original content, the original songs, and you follow that story. You don't change too much. Musical movies do wonderfully. But they're not the same genre as Disney movies with songs in them, if that makes sense.
I don't know if it does. But it don't matter.
Songs, like, Disney movies are their own genre. A Disney movie is a Disney movie. A musical is a musical.
True. Because Disney movies we still classify as just Disney movies, not movies that Disney bought. Yeah, like Star Wars and Marvel.
The genres are that shit is all over the place. It ping pongs. A Disney movie is a Disney movie. At this point, Star Wars is a Disney movie. Like, it's all over the place. But when you say Disney movie, you know what to expect.
Wow. Nali's on fuego right now.
I have passion. I feel strongly.
It's all right. So I guess you're not as geeked about the Goonies revival. All right. My take is I love it. I love it. I have it.
Is it nostalgia for you?
I'm all about nostalgia. I'm a nostalgia fanatic. I want to see what tech would do. Can you imagine? What's his name? What's old boy from Everybody Everything All at Once? Oh boy, from Short Round, from Indiana.
I know who
you know what I'm talking about. The dude from to have him, who's now had a re-emerging of fame in the movie where we had Corey Feldman and him to kind of, and do you remember like the gadgets, what they made? Chunk, what was it? The truffle shuffle. He had to do that's where it came from. He had to.
I think that's what he's saying.
Baby Ruth, I want to see what a 2025 sloth monster looks like. I want to know what. Go ahead.
I'm worried that they won't get enough of the original cast to come back, and the story might not. It needs to be done right. Like, I love Sandlot.
Yes.
Sandlot came out in 93. Sandlot came out in 2005.
Hey, thank you, Elisa.
Sandlot 2.
Yeah, we can't. We can't. Yeah, I don't want to see a remade Sandlot. You're right about that. That's a classic. I wouldn't remake Sandlot. I wouldn't remake it. What? I just came from the funeral. You got a problem with that?
Yeah.
I mean, the TikTok funeral. We did a funeral for TikTok.
We have to recast now.
we did a funeral for TikTok. This is my daughter. You want to say hi?
Hi, Kiki.
Hey, little Kiki saying what's up. Did you like Sandlot? You go ahead, tell them. I made you watch it recently. And it was good, right?
You didn't make me watch. I willingly did.
But I recommended it. See, so I'm one of them good parents, Nolly. You see what I'm saying? Like he was like, "Yo, what does parents see?" I'm what I'm saying, like I'm on top of it, bruh. You know what I mean? But my thing is like, there are some movies that I'm like, man, I really wish I could see what this movie would be like if it was made with the tech we have today. Look what they did with Dune. Like, look how much doper Dune looks now than it did back then.
I personally feel like that is a movie that could and should absolutely be remade. And because given like the advancement in technology and stuff like that, like Goonies is not a tech heavy movie. Some wires, some rigs,
but it could be
special effects.
It could be. You remember
practical effects, and that's why it was good.
Remember wait, you're right. And I believe that, and you're right, because they did try to use quote unquote CGI back in the day with Dune for all of the sand, and you could tell, like you could see the black line around.
I watched that the other day, and I was like, I don't think
it did not hold up well. But Goonies, remember Quay? He had all the gadgets and shit. Like he was an inventor. I want to see a modern day version of that. I want to see the Truffle Shuffle. I want to see all of these kids. And I mean, somebody brought this up in the comments. I want to say it was Mike. Yeah, Mike. Shout out to Mike. It's not like we're not already getting some sort of version of this. Michael Nasser says Skeleton Crew was all right. Kids were annoying, but that's kids. I ain't gonna lie. Me and you loved Skeleton Crew, right, Nolly? Like, it's really good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie. I think that, now that's my thought. That's your thought. We have our takes. And if you don't mind, I would like to kind of unpack a little bit of Skeleton Crew. Are you caught up?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, let's do that in a little bit. Before we get into Skeleton Crew and talking about the season finale, which just happened recently, I actually have compiled a list. Yes, that's right, a list, a Vince list, if you will, of movies that I believe need or could very much benefit from being remade this year. This is a list that I like to call Vince's top 5. And I don't have a graphic or nothing for it yet, but hear me out. So this, I'll be back to the I'll see y'all y'all gonna cook? Who cooked the potato salad? I'll be over there after. All right. We finna hit up, you know what I'm saying, Nana them house, you know what I'm saying? They got the ribs and everything on point. Ain't gonna be there. He got the fried chicken and everything. We're gonna go ahead and have us a good time at the after party for the funeral. But for right now, I wanted to take some of the time we have left to go over my little list, and I want to get Nolly's opinion of it, of what I think are the top 5 movies that we should remake. This is just me and my own humble opinion of the top 5 movies that I think we should remake. Kick it. Number 1 on the list of movies. Now, these are movies that were made in the 80s and 90s predominantly. Some of them even in the late 70s. So let me hear your take on my take on the top 5 80s and 90s movies that should be remade. Number 5 on this list. Was an accident. Number 5 on the list is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Yo, come on. Y'all can't tell me y'all didn't see Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with the Zelenskys, with this machine, the shrink ray. And how dope would it be if the shrink ray came back to life right now? Except, give me this twist. I want an all-black cast. That's right. I want Keke Palmer as the wife. I want Lil Rel as the husband. I want the little kids to be the little kids from Blackish. And I want them to go really, really small, but on the same exact street where Smokey and them had issues with Big Perm. That's right. I want a remake of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And I think that this thing would actually work. That's number 5. Number 4, I've had some arguments with some of our close friends about this one, Omar specifically, but it's 2025. Let's remake The Never-Ending Story. I want to see a newly made Luck Dragon. Yes, Nolly, I said it again. Yes, I've said this so many times.
Love trauma.
I love. Come on, man. The Luck Dragon.
You just want to cry. I don't understand.
Yes, I do. I want the Empress to look me in the eye when I have before she gives me the last grain of sand that's given to us from Fantasia, and to say, you've already chosen her name, Bastion. Just shout out the name. And I want to cry, Bastion, please. I want everybody in Fantasia to know that it is all depending on one boy who's so much of a nerd that he had to skip school to stay at school to read books. I need this story to be told to the Zoomers, because ain't nobody going back to watch this, man. And you know what?
Maybe
Never-Ending Story.
It is getting a remake, right?
Oh, excuse me?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
No, I was unaware.
They announced it last I think like March or something like that. That it's getting a remake. And it will be a multi-film franchise.
Yes, come through. I need the rock monster that's a rock but eats rocks. I need them, boy. Pull on up. I need the Batman that's actually a bat. I need the dude with the curly hat that rides on a snail. I need all of them. I need the Wolfman, Delork, the servant of the nothing. I need the nothing to pull back up, bro. Like, yo, I love The Never-Ending Story, which is why it is number 4 on my list of movies that need to be remade. Coming in at number 3, Back to the Future. Why not? Why not? Why can't we have another Back to the Future? Bro, I mean, but there's only 3. There's only 3, Nolly. There's only 3. Yes, because I think that the concept of Back to the Future can be tapped into again, but this time, let's go dark. I want you to give Damon Idris the keys to the DeLorean, and I want him to go back to 1764. You know what? No. 1619. And I want him to stop the creation of the 1619 project and to keep those first few Dutchmen from landing their boats into the Caribbean with those black people that they end up using for slaves for the next 400 years. And I want to see what it looked like if, instead of taking an almanac back and then bringing it to the future, if we go back and stop slavery. Let's go back.
You just want to see the world burn. I'm convinced, because what the hell is that? And also, the creator of Back to the Future said he would never give his blessing for another remake unless he could do it as a musical.
I want to see a musical, and they're doing it. There's a lot. They have Back to the Future is on Broadway right now. And it's actually really good. Even though I haven't seen it, I've heard that it's really good. The sound effects, they got the DeLorean, the sounds, the songs even. I'm not a big musical guy. But yes, I'm here for it. But Robert Zemeckis was the director. I would be open to reopening the Back to the Future. I'm gonna come to you, comment section. I know y'all are going off on me. But I'm coming back because I'm not done. I still got 2 more movies that have to be remade. Yes, I want to see Back to the Future come back. I want Dr. Emmett Brown. I want the exact same Dr. Emmett Brown to say, "Great Scott, Marty, what? We got to go back to 1955 and stop Herbert Hoover from signing the uncertain." Like, I want to go back and do some significant shit, not just keep my parents from not having me. All right. And I think that there's room for that. I don't care if you make it an anime, make it a thing. I don't care. Let's do another Back to the Future. We should not let that DeLorean go off just because the 80s is over with, man. That's just me. Give me a break. All right. Coming in at number 2 of movies that need to be remade, in my opinion. And this one is not up for debate. I think that this one, a lot of y'all may disagree with me on this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Bring back Meteor Man. You heard me. I said it. Meteor Man needs to come on back because he was done wrong in the beginning. Robert Townsend had a dope idea. He was like, you know what, man? These aren't the only superheroes, Batman, Superman. We can have other superheroes. Let's make us up a superhero. And this dude went through the trouble of creating, casting, writing, directing, all of this just so that black people could also have a superhero to All right. Nolly?
What's your number one? I don't know what's happening. Is it just Vince or is it? Oh, hi everybody. Oh my God, now that it's just me by myself. No. So Vince must be stopped. Absolutely. Look, even his Wi-Fi said absolutely not. Don't do it.
Sorry, I don't know what happened. They kicked me out. I guess the internet didn't like me.
That's what happens when you talk too much nonsense.
Well, I hope you're ready because I ain't done yet, goddammit. I still got more. You can try all you want to, Elon Musk, on your internet, but I still got some things to say. And as I was saying before, I believe that Meteor Man, and before you take me off, Elon Musk, let me finish what I'm saying. Where else have we had an all-black superhero with an all-black cast, not based in Wakanda, not based in Africa? We don't have any examples of this. And don't give me Blank Man, bro. That's not a real superhero, all right? Meteor Man deserves to be done right. We need him to actually have some legit production quality, because this was not good production. If you redo this, and I don't want no clown ass Meteor Man that's all goody two shoes. No. I want a hardcore Punisher-esque. I want him to use his powers to murk some of the fuckers. I want blood and broken bones. I want lavish sex scenes in this new remake of Meteor Man. Because let's not forget, Meteor Man had some powers, bro. Meteor Man wasn't some slouch. This dude, do you know what Meteor Man could do? This dude could actually, he had superhuman strength, speed, hearing. This dude could heal. He could fight. He could fly. He had X-ray, laser vision. He was invulnerable, telekinesis. What super breath? I don't even know what that is. I mean, is it just hot breath, cold breath? Is it really good breath? Does it work for you? He's got weather manipulation, and some may even say the most important feature of them all, the ability to communicate with dogs and imbue fertility. Nolly, what does that even mean?
I don't even know. But we
imbue fertility. Help a brother out. Like I'm like really I like legit don't know what that means. Okay, it is what it is. But yes, Meteor Man, come on home. Come on home, Meteor Man. We need a remake.
Stay where you at.
No, come on. No, what? Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on now. We want Meteor Man back.
Let's get to your number one, because this.
Okay, fine. All right, since you don't like Meteor Man, Nolly, fine. The number one movie that has to be remade, and this is not up for debate because this is nobody can disagree with me.
If it's reckless, we're gonna debate. That's it.
It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible to disagree with me on this last one. It's just virtually.
Hear it.
All right, fine. The last movie that needs to be remade, in my humble opinion,
it's not humble, but continue.
I mean, I think it's humble. Is none other than the one and only. Yeah, I got you waiting on the clip on the edge of your seat. None other than the one and only. But before I show y'all what it is, let me go ahead and just tell y'all.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's The Last Dragon, man. Come on. We can't not have The Last Dragon remade. We need to see the origins of Mr. Sho'nuff. Am I the baddest Sho'nuff? Am I the meanest Sho'nuff? Who am I? Sho'nuff? You know what? I will give you this. It don't even gotta be a reboot of The Last Dragon. You know what I want to see? I want to see a prequel. I want to see how Mr. Sho'nuff became Mr. Sho'nuff. I want to know why he's so mad. I want to know what it was that inspired his jerry curl. Why he's the only one walking around the hood in a gi and why he's picking on people so much. What made him like this? And I will give you this as well, Last Dragon, because we have been speaking with Tamake and we're trying to get him on for an interview, but he's going through some physical therapy right now. He hurt. All right. But we can have a Last Dragon anime. It don't even gotta be a live action movie. I just want to revive the franchise. I truly believe that The Last Dragon has a place in modern day society, the same way we were able to bring back Black Dynamite in animation form. I believe that we're sleeping on one of the Black Hood cinema's most notorious action films of the pre-2000 era. And again, I know I'm asking for a reboot, but it don't gotta be a reboot. I'll take an anime. I'll take an animated series. Take a comic book at this point. I just want this movie to be back in mainstream news. And for that, I close my list of movies that need to be remade. What say you, Nali? No? You agree?
There's an animated series called Rise of the Last Dragon that was in production in June 2024. And initially they announced a sequel in 2008 starring Samuel L. Jackson and then scrapped it. The Rise of the Last Dragon is a fan-animated series.
Oh, man. Well, at least somebody, but that goes to show that there is still interest in the subject.
Yes. You and the other 3 people.
Come on. Really? Not even you. Not even you. Put respect. Come on, that's Bruce Leroy, man.
I mean, maybe. Okay, like maybe because like look at Mortal Kombat. Yes. I can't tell you how many times I've watched the remake.
Exactly. So don't you want to see?
I feel like this was the only maybe legitimate suggestion on your list.
Really? Like, okay, all right. So so you didn't like my Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? What's your thoughts on that?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids has 4 fucking movies and a TV series. What more do you want?
All right.
They had so many opportunities to add people of color and make it Black, and it ain't happened. So it's not going to happen. We need to make our own shit.
All right. What about My Never Ending Story? You didn't like that? I mean, you said that they're making it anyway, so we can move past that one, I guess.
I personally don't want it because I don't want to relive that trauma, but we're gonna get it, and I'm a glutton for punishment, so I probably will watch it.
All right. What about you? Didn't like my you didn't like when I was asking to remake the Meteor Man, huh? That's not your jam. You're not feeling that.
I think it was fine the way it was. Why would you change it? It was all
right. All right, fine. All right, and for Last Dragon, you actually think that this one may have some staying power?
I think there could be something there.
Okay, and I believe so too. In fact, I think we actually pitched this to Carl Jones, didn't we? Didn't we sound like Carl Jones? Like, why can't y'all do and there's like a bunch of stuff going on with the rights of it and all of that. But by all means, man, we need The Last Dragon to be something that even our kids grow up with, the same way Little Mermaid, the same way all of that. That's just my humble.
We need like a new, not like, it doesn't have to be like a new IP, but like a new age, good martial arts, kung fu type movie.
Right.
Especially with the way that practical effects has evolved, the way stunts have evolved. I think that shit would be busted. Like, I would watch it.
Nolly, just picture it. You watching a trailer, and then it shows martial arts. Some black dude in a dojo, all in a dojo, kicking ass.
And then the white guy next to me in the theater is like, "Fuck this woke bullshit."
Well, listen, we cannot yield to the anti-woke mob for everything that we like. I'm not gonna let them
I was
fuck
just
up
trying
my.
to make it a realistic experience.
That's true. That's true. All right. So, and after we punch him in the face, we're sitting there watching the trailer and being whoo, whoo, pah. And then you see some thugs walk into a store and be like, yo, man, open up the register right now or I'm killing her. And then you see one dude stand up. You don't see his face. You just see him come to the front from the very back. And there's a slight glow around him. And they're like, what you want, motherfucker? Who is you? Says you will not hurt anybody in this store. He said, then who's going to stop me? And he just laughs. They start fighting. Pew, 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 pew. And next thing you know, click, click. You hear that sound. You know that sound, Nolly, because you done did it already here a couple times. You hear that click, click. You know what I'm saying? That click, click. And then you hear boom. And then everything goes black. And then when they come back, you see him smile with a bullet right in his teeth. The Last Dragon returns. Coming to theaters, March 2025. Give me a break. I'll give you one better. The Rise of Show Nuff. The origin story of the best martial arts for a black cinema villain ever. Not even a movie. We get a Netflix series, 8 episodes. And yes, Nolly, you want it. You want it, Nolly. You know what? This deserves an applause. I know. Thank you. I know. These are good ideas. I know. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Fine, Nolly. Damn.
I mean, live your truth. Live your best life.
All right. Well, there was a couple other things I was going to throw in, but since we're the last ones here and we only got a few more minutes left since we're keeping under. Well, hold on. Let me go ahead and take a look at the comment section. Let's see what we're talking about. Dion Cole as Show Nuff. Pull up. I saw the cosplay or the Halloween outfit. Yes. Well, he has to take some actual martial arts training, so I'm not opposed to it, but I definitely see that would be the case. Let me see. They just made an online video for you on that, Vince. Okay, I have to check that out. Thanks. Yes, there was supposed to be a sequel. Yes, an anime would be dope. Couldn't you watch it? If they can make a Black Dynamite anime, come on, they can make a Last Dragon anime. Carl Jones, where you at, homeboy? Where you at, Aaron Magruder? You not? Yeah, we can tell. No, see, Yaz would have agreed with you on this, but I say Princess Bride is one of the movies that doesn't need to be remade. But I'll tell you this: if they did remake it, I bet you that they would do it the same way that they did. I bet you they would make it a show instead of a movie, and they'd make it episodic. You know what I'm saying? And I would be here for it. I would watch it. Yes, I love the Never-Ending Story as well. Who I just saw that. Yeah, Love Alou. I love Never-Ending Story. Obviously, is he learning from the origin? Who's the teacher? That the teacher is somebody we don't know. Let's bring in Jimon Hunson. Let's bring in somebody with some actual. Let's get the cast together, brother. Let's already see it. I hope they do. Nah, bro, let's not do that. I need to take a nap. No, I don't. Not yet. I ain't even smoked yet. What's wrong with you? Let me see. Cobra Kai just redo. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Well, those are my feelings. Please continue to spread your feelings on the comment section, and I might even clip this and get everybody's opinion on it. Now, on the way out, I did want to talk about some things we didn't get a chance to speak on. Squid Game came and went. Yaz went to an early burlesque show. Silo 2 just had its Silo the sequel. Silo season 2.
Finale.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Just had its season finale last night. Did you get a chance to check it out? You did? Okay, we can talk on that real quick. A black dude made the lightsabers, but that's old news. But I just had it on here. The dude that played Smeagol gave a background incident of what happened with him and Ryan Coogler. Howard the Duck, Batman, Mary. These are some things that we'll talk about in the future. But since we only got about 10 minutes left, I figured we can use it to talk about some of the shows that we just are caught up on. You and I specifically, Nolly, and that is Skeleton Crew and Silo. These are two movies that, frankly, these are two shows that, frankly, I think are pretty damn good, unless you read the Silo books, of which you probably have an adverse opinion. And there's only one person that I know that has the Silo books. Yes, that's right. The Silo. So I'm curious as to what you thought about it. What'd you think about the finale, Nelly?
First of all, I was drunk. So we were watching.
You live your best life, I swear, yo.
Well, because now I have a pouch for a stomach, and so one cocktail knocked me out. Okay, and we had gone to dinner, came home, we were watching it, and I was hitting my husband the whole time. I was like, "It's a trap! It's a trap! It's a trap!" I just know it. Like they plotting. And the whole time I was like, "Oh my God, Julie's taking too long. Why she don't got the damn food on yet? Girl, walk faster. Lord, you got to oh my God." And then I was like, "Oh no, it wasn't a trap. They're caught. It's going down. Everyone's gonna die. Oh Lord, this title's gonna die. It's over." And then all of a sudden I was like, "Oh, it was a trap. I was right. Look at me, I'm so smart." A time was had, okay? A time was had. So absolutely tomorrow I'm gonna take my little ADHD meds and I'm gonna blow through the books because I need answers. I need to know.
Yeah, because like
at the end, I was very confused. I was like, "What is this? Is this a preview for a new show or something?" And he was like, "No, it's still Silo." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Oh, it looks like they're in DC." But then when they were talking, they were like, "Oh, when DC was gone." And I was like, "Well, where are you? What's going on?" I have questions. And so we bought the book series, and so now
and I need that. I need you to hook us up because like for the last 5 minutes, I had to check to make sure I was still on the right channel. Like I was like, "Oh, I got my controller." I was like, "Hold on, man. Did the show end already and go to the next show?"
No credits rolled over to something else.
It was like, what the heck? What in the entire end? Yo, what? Okay, which one's better, season 1 or season 2?
Season 2 gave more answers and left with more questions, but season 2 was like a good introduction. Like it gave you enough to be like, "Well, what the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
And then season 2 was very much like, damn.
Yeah. For me, season 2, I because season 1 was such a slow crawl. You know what I'm saying? For me, like it's like, all right, and then they kept feeding us main characters that would not stay the main character. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, but season 2 started off with a bang. She's already out the silo. She's already learning about the thousands of deaths or whatever, and then for her to learn. And can we just give it up? I mean, I don't normally. I'm a to tap into my inner Omar. I don't normally cape for white men, but yo, my man. Oh shoot, I just forgot his name. What was his name? Comment section. Keep me honest. I want to say it was the dude from the Martin Lawrence movie. I forget his name, but the dude who played the Solo, but he was not Solo.
I know who you're talking about. The guy from Riding in Cars with Boys.
Yeah. Man, I know his name. I know his name, but not right now. This motherfucker could act. This dude brought another level of acting to the show. Like he was so not Bernard. What is it?
Not Bernard. The guy.
No, not Bernard. His name was Solo. Then his name ended up being Jimmy. But his real name is oh boy, you're gonna make me look this up because I don't like not having Jimmy is who I'm talking about. But I'm talking about Steve Zahn. Yes, Steve Zahn. Yeah. And Steve Zahn, he's been in a lot of movies. This dude took the level of acting up a notch. I mean, after they lost Oyello or Wellio or whatever, destroyed it. So we're not gonna sit there and give everything exactly away. I still have way too many questions.
Talk in depth because I have a lot to say about Silo.
And what I might do, because Silo is going to take up so much of our time, just be on the lookout for an additional stream sometime throughout the week so that we can have plenty of time to talk about it rather than trying to squeeze it in our 2-hour block. So yes, Silo had its season finale last night. Last word on Silo. Would you recommend it for somebody not watching?
Yes. Absolutely.
Same. I'd recommend it for somebody not watching.
Especially since we know it's not going to get canceled. It's renewed for season 3 and 4. So it's not like you're going to start something and then have fucking questions because it's canceled like Teacup.
Oh, Teacup got canceled?
Yep. They just announced it yesterday. And I'm so mad. I waited. I watched the whole first season. I had questions and then canceled. So now I got to read the book it's based on.
Okay. That's crazy. Teacup was pretty good. I liked it. It took a couple episodes, but I liked it. But I guess that's what happens in Hollywood. All right. Well, let's see what else it is that we wanted to talk about, because I do think that we were going to talk Skeleton Crew, of course. So we've got Skeleton Crew on the ballot. This week was the season finale.
Yep.
And I, for one, was thoroughly content with the way that it, well, I don't want to say thoroughly. I was all right with it. It ended, and I was like, all right, it was cool. But what are your thoughts, Nolly?
It is my second favorite Star Wars show after Andor.
Wow. You know, I think that's fair. I was doing that too. I was looking down the list of Star Wars recent projects, and I would say Mandalorian season 1, Andor, Skeleton Crew, Mandalorian season 2, and then I'd go Visions, and then I would go maybe Mando. Nah, season 3 is not on the list, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But what I loved about it before we wrap up is that there's no Skywalker ties in this series. No mention of a Skywalker. Period. They damn near didn't mention Jedi. I mean, obviously they did because old boy is obsessed with them, but like Jedi that we know. You know, the only thing that and I hope we can talk about this too, maybe in a future cast, is I think that they tried to give us a mashup, because you'd see that one of the pirates from Mandalorian was in this, which kind of tells us what the timeline is for this. So this could be something that they it just was so great. The little kid that looked like baby Lionel Richie acted his ass off, and everybody else did they think. Even the little girl was sick. Like, they acted their asses off. The only one who didn't hold it down, and I hope that this doesn't keep him from interviewing with us, is Jaleel White. That's the only character.
He was horrendous.
I was like,
he was horrendous, and we can keep that energy because he be saying some fuck shit. So
what's he say? Oh, please don't tell me how to cancel
Jaleel
Jaleel
people
White.
Didn't watch Family Matters because he said some shit about like that Black people didn't support it, and it's some dumb shit. I've absolutely tuned it out, and obviously he's a one-note actor because he could not even play this basic ass pirate good.
Wow, it was so bad. It was so bad, Nolly. I was like, how do you fuck up a side character? Like,
you had two lines,
bro.
You practice.
I was not convinced. Like, I was like, yo, why doesn't Wim just punch him in the face? Just kick him in the shin, because he was not giving in.
Punch him in his good eye. Like, what?
It just was not popping for me. But I will say, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this, and then we can wrap on up, Nolly. And I think that you'll agree with me on this. Skeleton Crew is the best Disney Plus show that's come out in recent months. Hands down. It is a sleeper. I don't know why anybody, if you're a Star Wars fan, I can almost assure you, if you're not a bitch, a punk, if you're not one of these motherfuckers who just want to bitch and moan about everything, then you will have to try hard to find problems with Skeleton Crew. It's just that good, man. It's just that good.
I think people are sleeping on Skeleton Crew because they're used to the back-to-back half-ass shit we've gotten for Star Wars on Disney Plus. Skeleton Crew works because it's not solely focused on the Jedi.
Correct.
And Jedi conflict. That's why Andor works, because it's not just focused on the Jedi and what's going on with them and the same 3 fucking Jedi. Like, Skeleton Crew was legitimately just a good adventure. It was Goonies in space.
It was Goonies in space, which is why we want to keep that same energy going. Shout out to you, Nolly, for pulling up and staying the whole time. Appreciate everybody in the comment section. Michael Nassis got the chick Lovaloo. We see y'all, man. Thank y'all. Appreciate the love. Tune back in next week. Don't forget, this Monday, I believe Anthony, even though he was lurking in the background this time, is going to have his Monday night broadcast. So make sure y'all tune in to that. And look out, me and Ty talk some things on Tuesday morning sometimes now. I'm trying it. I don't know how it's working, but we're trying. But look out, because I want to have one more stream during the week where we can actually just talk about the shows that we wrap up. Nolly, I gotta go ahead and end this before 2 hours. But thank you. Thanks, Steph. Thank you to Ty. Thank you to everybody that pulled up and you in the comment section as well. Be yourself. If you're not being authentic, you're being fake. And in all things, like we always say, if you're a geek, go ahead and let that geek flag fly. But rest in peace to TikTok. See y'all next time.
I love the new Blerd order. You should too.
Whoa.